What's on, guys? Cuz Crypto here with another video. Just looking at the markets again today, have a look what's going on in the news and just see how everything's doing. So currently the cryptocurrency space is at 3.29 trillion, and Ethereum greed currently at 55, so we're coming into that neutral still, and altcoin season's at 22 currently. Guys, anything in this video isn't financial advice, it's just a guy who loves cryptocurrency and a guy that loves to chat. So, currently looking, Bitcoin just trading under $105,000. Down, again, reasonably flat recently in the cryptocurrency space. We are having mild sell-offs across. Ethereum still above 2,600 at the minute. But on the weekly, we're still down 3.5% for Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP down 4% on the weekly and 2% on the daily, and that's trading at $2.20. Solana, trading at $152 and just and 61 cents. On the weekly, down 11.6% or 2.32% on the daily. For me, again, no financial advice here, but a good buy for Solana. Possibly there could be some more kind of downward pressure for a little bit, or a bit of sell-offs. Maybe down to that 145 mark where there's levels of support. Dogecoin on the weekly down nearly 15.5%. Anchor down nearly 10%. So guys, as you can see, Sui trading at $3.17, and on the weekly it is down 14.2%. Even Chainlink, again, for me, great levels to buy at. Again, I bought spot bags of Chainlink, 12.72% on the weekly and just under 3% on the daily. And Avalanche as well, 13.5% on the weekly and daily 4%. But at the minute, cryptocurrency space looking reasonably. There's mild sell-offs to flat to a bit more sell-offs. BitTensor Tower, look, that's trading at $370.54, down 14% on the weekly and over 5.5% on the daily. So again, for me, I did have a open buy for BitTensor at $305, but I took it off just because I thought, I'm just going to keep buying spot bags, which I have. I bought some at about $385, so yeah, just keeping an eye on that. And then let's look. So Casper as well, down 16.5% over on the weekly and 2.5 over just 2.5 on the daily. Let's look at charts. Let's have a good look and see what's going on. So again, I just had a little kind of play around with the patterns here, just seeing if Bitcoin stays within this kind of triangle for the next couple of days, this descending kind of wedge. See what happens. But yeah, on the daily yesterday, coming into today, Bitcoin closed at around $104,750. So we're seeing those closes come a bit lower and lower at the minute, just because of sell-off pressure. But guys, looking at Bitcoin at the minute, have you seen what's flying at the minute? Silver is it's up. In the last 4 days, silver is up. Let's go from here to here. So it's up nearly 10%. Just over 9%. So silver doing quite well at the minute. On the daily, up nearly 4%. But yeah, look at that candle today. Even today's candle, they've come up quite a bit. So obviously, products that or your kind of commodities that aren't fiat, and they're just they're its own commodity, doing quite well at the minute. Even gold as well. I think it's at 3,400. It was just shy of, so 3,400 near enough. It wicked up to, so looking quite good there as well. Bitcoin dominance back up to that 64.2%. So it's wicking onto that kind of level of, hopefully that is resistance and we calm down a bit more and then break below this kind of 62% range. And then Ethereum, guys, looking good at Ethereum at the minute. Again, daily candle close above the. Let's zoom right in a minute. Let's get a good look. So just above, So $2,607 close. So we're still closing above 2.6. Great levels of support for Ethereum on the daily. But yeah, what we want to do, guys, we want to make sure that we don't come below this 2,500 on the daily candle, and hopefully break above the 2,700 at the minute. But Ethereum holding strong in a minute on the daily, with the 50 and 200 EMA trading above that. And if we look at the RSI as well, RSI on the daily is it's slightly coming towards the oversold range, but again, nothing too large. We go to the 4 hourly, coming more into neutral there, pretty much neutral on the 4 hourly. And on the 4 hourly, we are kind of just trading along nicely on the 50-day EMA, which is great to see. XRP, I mean, XRP at the minute, we're just accumulating right now. We're literally just up, below or above this level of $2, and I got $2.18, but it's around the $2.20 mark. But that $2.18 for me is a significant level of support or resistance at the minute. Great levels of support, especially on the daily, holding it perfectly, as we wicked. So on the daily we closed 220. We did a close above that, but again, there's been a lot of bullish news around XRP recently. I mean, we've got obviously a lot of trusts, treasuries buying into it. Yeah, so a lot of bullish news around XRP, and at the minute I think we're just trying to test that 50-day EMA on the kind of 50-day EMA. Let's go to the daily actually. Let's just see. So on the daily, yeah, we still closed above 220, which is great to see. Now Solana on the daily currently trading just below the 50 and 200-day EMA. Levels of support here, 145. We haven't wicked down to here yet, but whether we get back down to there, it could be 143, but around the $145 mark. RSI currently going into the oversold. It's still it's more towards oversold, but it's still reasonably neutral. But again, if we've dropped below that 30, we are going to oversold territory. But again, I think a great buying opportunity here. I mean, we could probably come down to about this 145 region where we accumulated here, just because there's strong levels of support there. I mean, on the daily, I mean, look at that. So if we go right across, so from here to here, that is 2 and a bit weeks of accumulation there. But yeah, guys, I mean, if we go from this high here where Bitcoin hit its all-time high, down to where we are now even, so 18% we are down currently with Solana. But again, not financial advice, but great buying opportunity. But talking about great buying opportunities, Hedera is looking fantastic at the minute, in the sense of it's for me a very undervalued project. I mean, on the look at that. I mean, the 200 and the 50 are pretty much trading in line with each other. So Hedera over the last kind of I'd say kind of three months has been trading kind of within this set $16 to $18 cent range. Again, we wicked down because of the tariffs, came up because we had a bit of strength in the markets with the Bitcoin hitting its all-time highs, and altcoins having a bit of a rally and Bitcoin dominance slightly dropping. Not a significant amount, only dropped down to like 62%. But Hedera for me, very undervalued. Great news about Hedera with Arrow partnership, wanting to utilize Hedera's blockchain technology and Hashgraph technology. But yeah, again at 16.8 cents. Yeah, again I bought some more Hedera the other day. Managed to buy it around 16.8. I couldn't get down to 16.1, but again, hey ho. Still got in. And then Casper, just quickly as well, I mean, I think very undervalued at the minute, but again, we haven't got those tier 1 listed exchanges, but we will see with Casper holding this 8.2 cent range. So that hit the target for my leverage, because I still think it's in leverage on Casper, because I've still got some of my Chinese Andy still tucked away, and I've got still about 15% of what I bought altogether. So again, I got 100x coin, but I only had about 20 quid in it, and I sold probably at about $700,000 market cap, because I bought at about $35,000 market cap. No, apologies. It went down to 35,000, but I bought it at about $60,000 because I just thought, I've got Andy. Why not just get Chinese Andy? And if the Chinese cryptocurrency space starts to take off a little bit, and and things do take off, then I might have a bit of a chance there. But yeah, I hit my level of to open my Casper at 80 to 8.25 cents. So currently up on that, which is great to see, and it's currently trading at 8.5 cents. But guys, SUI at the minute, levels of where it is. I mean, it's holding the 200-day EMA quite well. Hopefully, we wicked down near enough and tested it perfectly on the daily, and we're still just below. I think we're seeing that 50-day EMA is kind of the level of resistance at the minute. But guys, I mean, very important. I mean, this level here, 282. See its level of support or resistance. Was support, went down to resistance, and now we're using it. Hopefully we won't go down to there. But again, if Bitcoin comes down to that 102, 101, I mean, Bitcoin from its all-time high came down from 111,800, which is here, and it's down now at 105. So it's come down to about, so we're currently where it fell down to. So Bitcoin went down to 103, so it's about 6.5%, 7%. SUI came down 27%. So it's not saying that it's going to be, but again, it had some bearish news behind it as well. So whether Bitcoin drops another kind of 3 to 5%, you could probably see SUI dropping probably about double that. Let's not go that far. So we could drop down to that $2. It's possible just a wick under the 280. Possibly. That is, again, there's always possibilities in cryptocurrency, but SUI though has got some good news. So SUI new partnership with Dubai's VARA to support startups, develop local talent, and provide regulatory guidance for Web3 innovations in the Middle East. So again, some positive kind of bullish news for SUI now. Again, it's what is needed really. And hopefully stuff like this will start coming out, all other news to help SUI's price target go up a little bit more. And then guys as well, Trump's executive director of digital assets meets with El Salvador's president today and to discuss Bitcoin. So again, hopefully that'll be a good chat. And I mean, Trump's administration and everyone involved is really pro crypto. I mean, Trump's got his own currency, USD1, and again, he's got his own meme coin, which again he says he doesn't know much about, but we will see. With that, I do hold a little bit of Trump, but not a significant amount, just because it's a meme coin. But still got to have a little bit in there, because you can see some massive gains, especially of any kind of meme coin. It's just good. Again, like I do, I put about all my meme coin holdings all together accumulate to about 5% of my total portfolio. Anyway, let's go into the Bitcoin kind of liquidations. So on the daily, people going long to basically 2.5 billion, and shorts were matching it on the daily. So stalemate kind of on the daily. On the weekly, we're looking at longs at about 8 billion near enough, and shorts at just shy. So for longs, I mean, if we're going to take, let's say 8 billion, take out just about half of them, you're looking at around 102,000. We could drop to maybe 100. Yeah, so it depends on stop losses as well. Maybe about 102 you're looking at, maybe low 103. But on the 30-day, let's have a look, because longs, last time we checked, again, just shy of 16 billion, and shorts 13 billion. So realistically, what I think might happen, again, this is not financial advice, it's my gauge on the markets, what I like to think, and just get my own perception on the markets really. So with a 16 billion, you could, let's say, even half of that. So you look at about 101, maybe 100, just over 100,000 price level. We can go down to Bitcoin, get quite a few liquidations, probably take some stop losses around here as well. So you'd be looking at quite a few liquidations there. We might not drop that low. We might just go back to 102, take out about, it says 30 to 40%. If if everyone doesn't touch their stop losses, with stop losses as well, you're probably looking at about 50% taken out, about 102. And then if we push out to the upside, all this, so if this becomes liquidated and we pull back first, which I think is more likely at the minute because price is just so stagnant at the minute of Bitcoin, and with a slight, like again, we closed under 105 yesterday into today. We could then see a push up, and all these kind of shorts people betting against, if they don't cash them out, because I'm assuming they're thinking Bitcoin's going to go down even further, well then that helps us out, doesn't it? So we will go from there. And again, guys, I just look at my trades. So Casper, I'm up like nearly $19. Again, came in at 8.25 cents. Guys, I'll be honest, these ones I've just held because I increased my margin on my Sui just because I'm just thinking I've got it now. I'm anticipating Sui not to drop below 270, 280. If it does wick down to maybe 278. But again, that's the risk I'm taking. But my XRP and Era, I don't think will get liquidated. I'm hoping not anyway. But we will see. But yeah, guys, that's me today. Just look after all your cryptocurrency. Look after yourselves. Be careful in the space. And have a lovely day. And yeah, take care of your loved ones. And I'll catch you next one. Have a good one.